Hi, everybody. I'm Betsy M.E. I'm with BCreative Stamping, and I am located in central Pennsylvania in Reedsville.
I'm Mary Ellen Stites, and my business is Create With Me, and I'm here in East Central Illinois, about 10 hours from Betsy, and we get this time to spend with you creating and hopefully inspiring you to create. So you noticed a little bit of a change in our name and a little bit of a change in our program, and we're going to just talk briefly about that. Here, Betsy's going to share a little bit. We changed our name to Inspire to Create. We periodically go through and evaluate what we're doing. And she'll talk about the names, but this time we just wanted to do something that would be inspiring. So, Betsy, you want to share a little bit about our changes that we've made?
Sure, absolutely. And it's so funny because I still have friends who still refer to this class as like 2 names ago. So, I mean, it has kind of evolved as it goes, but it started with the pandemic. So, pandemic, we were both pretty much primarily in person. We did most of all of our classes were mostly in person. We didn't do a whole lot online. Pandemic hit. We had to pivot. Mary Ellen had a fantastic idea, and I totally was like, hey, let me help and let me tag on to you.
I
So
wasn't going to do it without you, just so
I
you
know.
know.
I know. It was just like,
wasn't
yeah, she
really
had a great
on you.
idea.
Whatever she's saying is not true because I wasn't going to do it without you.
Create at Home was born. Create at Home. It was like we were all at home. What were we going to do? We were going to try to stay creative at home. So Create at Home was born, where it was like we each created 2 projects, and we sent the card kits out, and we did this fun video where everybody could watch what we were doing and how to put those cards together. And it used to be back then that we listed it was unlisted. We didn't share the video out into the general public before. It was only for those that actually signed up for the Create at Home.
Yeah.
But after a couple of years, we kind of looked at it as like, okay, let's reevaluate. Let's see what works, what doesn't. And we changed it up a little bit and came up with a new name called Stamp It Your Way. And the whole goal was that we wanted you to feel like you could stamp whatever we were making that we were showing. You could stamp it at home your way using whatever you had. So if you had a different embossing folder, you could use that. If you had a different stamp set, you could use that. And we then made all of our videos public so that we could then reach a bigger audience and be creative with more people, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, it was really important because we know you have a lot of stuff at home, and we wanted you to feel comfortable using what you had, but showing you some techniques, fancy folds, different things like that you could use what you had and turn them into something beautiful.
Exactly. And it's worked. I mean, it's been great. We just reached that point where it's like, okay, let's kind of reevaluate. We also wanted to look at the price point. Everything in the world is going up. The price of gas, the price of groceries, and we do offer, a high quality product. And we wanted to make something that was more affordable for you. So we wanted to look at what we were offering. How could we make it more affordable? We kind of changed it up again, and Inspire to Create has now been born. And this is the new class experience that we want to provide to you. So we're going to provide, it's still going to be 4 beautiful projects. I'm going to do 2. Mary Ellen's doing 2. But instead of us sending you card packets to be able to make 2 of each, you're only going to make 1 of each. Because now you have the sample, now you have the instructions, and of course, this amazing video. You can recreate that at home very easily without us sending you extra product and being able to bring the price down a little bit.
Yeah, and because we are kind of, the Stamp It Your Way, we are sending products still. We're sending a little bit lower price point. So these were the 2 places that we thought we could kind of cut back on, but still have a great experience for you. That we're not changing the experience. We are things that maybe weren't as necessary if you were going to use something that you had at home, or you at least get the same idea, but do you need 2 from us? So this way, and to me, the value of $25 is so much better. So hope that you will enjoy it. We hope that you will be inspired, and we hope that you'll share it with your friends
Mhm,
and have them sign up. And you guys could do this together.
mhm,
We do it together, and you could do it with your
mhm,
friends. And so
mhm.
that's our goal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
are here.
you can't I
Yeah.
mean, $25, it's like you're still getting 4 card designs. You're still
Yes.
getting, the written tutorials. You are
Yep.
getting, pictures in those written tutorials. You're getting,
Us.
us in this video. You get us. But we're also including just a little bit of product. This month, for example, Mary Ellen's going to show you, we're featuring the Filled with Sweetness this month, and we're sending a half a pack of designer series paper and a half roll of ribbon. So they're going
Yeah.
to get 5 yards of ribbon and a half a pack of DSP with that. So,
Yeah.
and it's
So it's
still at
still
only
a
that,
lot. It's
yeah,
still a
that is still
lot.
a lot
Yeah.
for $25. So that's a pretty good deal. And we're hoping that it's more affordable to you and that you guys will be able to participate more and give us the feedback. Let us know what you think. So it was Create at Home, Stamp It Your Way, and now it's Inspire to Create. I think that's the best name yet.
I love it, because
Mhm.
that's my whole goal, is to inspire other people to create, because I love to create. And I think that creating or creativity just, I don't know. I don't know how you feel, Betsy, but it just puts me in my happy place.
It
Creating
does, and I need that sometimes, you know what I mean? It's just like
so
so
much.
we kind of paused through the beginning of this year as we both had so many things going
Yeah.
on the beginning of this year. So we kind of took a break in December and then January and then February, and it was just like it just kind of every month we were like, "Oh, we're going to start." And then we didn't. "Oh, we're going to start." And then we didn't. And it's like
Yes.
so March, we are here, we are
Yes.
back, and we are ready to
Yes.
go. So,
And thank you
yes.
for having grace with us. If you're longtime subscribers, thank you for having grace with us. And if you're new here, thank you for tuning in. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channels so that you can see when we put up new videos, because these are public. And if you don't
Mhm.
subscribe, we want you to still be here and learn from us. And
Yeah.
maybe you'll be inspired enough to subscribe. So you can find us both on Facebook, Be Creative Stamping, and Create with Me, M period E period, on Facebook, and that's where we usually put our
Mhm.
events. So
Yeah.
you that you know. So
Yeah.
sorry, I saw storms
Absolutely.
coming down the driveway. So
No worries. If anybody
yeah,
hears any thunder or there's like bright lights at my place, there's a little bit of a thunderstorm going on here, so it's always something new, always
it's
something
always,
exciting.
yeah, it's always fun. It's always
Yeah,
exciting.
exactly, exactly.
So
Well, what else is new and
I
exciting?
knew you were gonna go there. So I can share this. I'm excited about this. This is a new catalog. It's coming out in May. I'm gonna put it back so you can see the whole thing. I love
Very
it.
pretty.
Absolutely love it. So Stampin' Up has just announced that they're going to a new catalog system.
Mhm.
Very, very happy about this. It's a
Yes.
3 catalog system. No more annual catalog. So none of
Mhm.
those big 1 year. And I know some of you are going, oh, what? But I'm telling you, in the summer, when I had to hand you a mini catalog and an annual catalog, and you're like, "Ah, I'm overwhelmed,"
Yeah.
this is so much better. It's bigger. It's all in portrait mode, no more landscape. And so we've got a January to April catalog, a May to August catalog. Is
Mhm.
that right? And then
Yep.
September to December catalog. No
Mhm.
overlap. So
Nope.
super, super excited about it. And things pretty much stayed the same as far as when the new in colors come out. They come out with the
Mhm.
summer catalog. Everything's fabulous. There's a lot of changes going on, but we're just going to share that little catalog change right now.
And
So
don't Yeah, and don't worry about this catalog because trust me, I was a little hesitant at first, but once I've seen the catalog, I'm in
oh,
love with it. Like the
fabulous.
item numbers are bigger, the pricing you can see better. Everything that's new is
Product
indicated with
story.
a little N. They
Yeah.
still have it's more product based
Yes.
than what with the last couple catalogs have been. So this is more like a product catalog. You're actually
Yeah.
getting a lot of product pages. You're gonna, I think everybody will love it a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think so
Yeah.
too. So
Yep.
you're either you're pausing a little or I'm pausing a little. I'm not sure, but could be
Mhm.
the weather.
Could
So
be.
since this is kind of coming out of your area, so just letting people know that, I can still hear you, but there's a
Okay.
little pause every once in a while. So
Okay.
we need to do some creating. You want
Yeah,
to
let's
create?
do it. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I'll start out. You take me down to my desk, and I'm going to show this suite of products that I love, 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 and I'll tell
Yep.
you why. And then we'll do some creativity.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, hold on.
Okay, so this is the suite, and I love, love, love it because, and Betsy probably has her own reason, but I'm a canner, so we have a big garden, and so when I saw this, it just reminded me of all the homemade jams and jellies and canned things, and with all this fruit, it just made me happy. It took me to my happy place. So
And I
this
love
is
that she cans because when I go to Illinois, I usually, if I drive, and she's actually even shipped them to me, I usually get some of those canned products. So I love
yeah,
that she cans.
yeah, yeah. So it's just something I've done my whole life since I was a little girl. I canned with my mom, and then I canned with my husband's grandma and aunt and mother-in-law, and just makes me happy. So this is a filled with sweetness bundle, filled with sweetness stamp set. You see this nice little jar, and there's some really cute sayings with mixed fonts. Again, you hear me talk about that. I love when there's print and cursive. I don't know, whatever that's called. And
Yep.
I mean, anymore, you don't even know, right? And then there's
Yep.
a little bit of fruit. Then the dies, there's a lot of dies, and it cuts out this great jar. And you're going to see us use that little lid, some ribbon, and all kinds of tags. It's always good when there's tags. And I'm actually using literally almost every die except maybe three, and you'll see.
Shocker.
I know it's crazy because a lot of times I won't use them. And then I'm going to show you
So
the
funny.
accessories, and then I'm going to show you the start of the show, the paper. So here's the strawberries and dots. These are so cute. They're little strawberries, and these are foam, so are kind of rubbery, I guess.
Yeah,
They're
rubbery.
soft. Yeah,
Yeah, rubbery.
rubbery. And so there's strawberries, and then there's strawberry slush and misty moonlight dots. And I am going to use the little bit of misty moonlight dots on one of my cards. And then there's this. This is checkered trim in misty moonlight,
It's so pretty.
and yeah, it's really, really pretty. I use this on a card, but I'm actually changing it for the tutorial into strawberry slush. So you'll see me use both. So you'll get to see both
Hmm.
techniques. And then there is a folder. So there's a lot. There's a lot going on. You won't be able to see it here, but I did do a piece. It's little ladybugs and little like flowers,
Hmm.
different couple different flowers. So it really is a 3D folder. It really, really pops.
It
Yeah,
does
you can
pop.
see it
It
there.
does.
It
Those
really,
ladybugs are really big. Yeah, like
yeah,
they really
yeah,
pop
they
off the paper.
really do pop. It's fantastic. Love, love,
Hmm.
love it. So I'm going to be using that on one of my, I'm going to put it here so I don't lose it. And then the star of the show for me is, and probably for most of you out there too, is the paper.
Hmm.
So pretty. So it's color. The colors are beautiful. Um, you have like fruit jars. You've got little spoons. The ladybugs show up in it, and a nice floral with the misty moonlight background. Smaller jars, and then fruit, all fruit on one side.
Hmm.
Lovely. And then we're going to flip it over, and that's where we have our patterns. And
Hmm.
so cute. Of course, gingham, one of my favorites.
That's one of my faves. Yeah.
Yeah. And then a little notebook paper, little misty moonlight background, and then a little bit of the strawberry slush background. So you've got the both, these are the two main colors, as you can see. And then the little hearts, I use that in my first card. So
Hmm.
I just love this paper. So you want to get started? I'm going to
Yeah.
move all these
Let's do it.
pieces out of the way. I'm going to keep my little gems here and bring in my first card. This is my first card. And I really wanted to use the spoon. I don't know why. I just thought I really want to use that spoon. And so
Hmm.
my card actually opens like this. You get that nice strawberry slush little heart. It
Very
says, "Thank
cute.
you. You're the sweetest." Got a little bit of hearts here. So it's a little bit of a different fancy fold.
Because who doesn't like just to stick a spoon in a jar full of jam and just go to town?
I know, right? It's almost as good as eating peanut butter out of the jar. Jam would be
It's
the second one, right? So
right.
peanut butter and jelly, you can't really go wrong. I'm just going to move
No.
it I'm going to bring in all the goodies, lots and lots of goodies. So this one does have a lot of pieces that you're going to get if you subscribe. And if not, you just pay attention and hopefully I'll get you an idea of what you need. So some little scraps because we're going to be cutting out these little flowers. This one here is the two-tone paper, and I'm going to show you why I chose the two-tone paper because we are going to make a really cute little leaf. Actually, you're going to be surprised. I'm just saying, these are all pieces that you will use to cut your little bits and pieces. Then you're going to be cutting out of your strawberry slash little heart paper for the inside of your jar. The outside of your jar is pool party. And then your base card is darling duckling. And you could, if you don't like darling duckling, you can do anything and anything you want because it would be cute with a lot of colors. I just chose darling duckling, and then strawberry slush for your little liner, and then a little piece of silver foil because we're going to cut our spoon, right? So let me, I've got some of the things already cut and embossed, so just to make it go a little quicker. And so I'm going to bring that stack in. And I will be doing some die cutting for you, but right now you don't need to see all that die cutting. So here's all my pieces. Just like this. I've got my little spoon, and you're going to be like, wait, that's not a spoon. No, it's just the handle. You don't need to see the whole spoon, but here's our bow. And then we've got flowers and leaves, and you're going to be like, I don't know where those leaves come from, but I'm going to help you figure that out. So we're going to do a little stamping on our tags. We're going to fold our card base in half. Just forgive me. I said it the other day, I'm discombobulated. But I'm with you. I'm got you.
Well, we've been off for a couple of months, so we're trying to recalibrate.
There's our card front. I'm going to have to trim a little bit off my card front, so I'm going to bring in my trimmer. I thought it's almost easier for me to go ahead and use the full size paper and then trim off 3/4 of an inch from the front rather than have some funky measurement and then you've got to figure out the scoring. That's why I could fold my card in half, then I'm going to cut off 3/4 of an inch. So that to me is a little bit easier, and I hope it's easier for you too. So that's my tip of the day. So I took another piece of darling duckling, and I'm just going to mount that on the front of my card just like that. So I'm going to use some seal.
I actually thought that color was crushed curry. When you pulled it out, like maybe it's just the coloring. I thought it was crushed curry.
It does kind of look like crushed curry, but it's darling duckling. Crushed curry would be pretty too.
I love duckling. Duckling's one of my favorite colors. I love that yellow.
This die, the big die, let me bring it out right here, actually gives you a little score line in the middle. So that's what I'm folding on. It's not anything I have to guess at. Super easy. And then I've got this piece right here. And this is the piece that's going to go on the inside. So it actually needs to go this way. But we don't want to glue that together yet. We want to do our stamping first. I got to figure out which way it goes because we have to remember that we're going to put the spoon in here and there's a die to cut this little lip on the jar. Okay, so we're going to put the spoon in there, but we don't want to have it on this piece here. So we have to remember that our card is going this way. So instead of stamping on the front, like an opening to the right, we're actually stamping here and opening this way from the left.
From the left, yeah.
All right. So let me bring in my stamps, and I've just covered them up with all kinds of stuff here. And this is a big stamp. You need a real big block. This is block F. Okay. And I'm going to stamp that in Pool Party. I'm going to ink it up and then stamp it on my paper. I would probably stand up. I'm going to try to not stand up because I feel like I should stand up to do this.
You know, one of the new tools that's coming out in the new catalog also works really well with this type of a stamp is that, hey, Mary Ellen, open up your card. Open up your card. Make it flat. Now flip it over.
That's a good idea. You're
there
so
you go.
smart.
Yeah, and now stamp it.
You know what? I don't know what I'd do without you.
I love you.
Ta-da!
Look at that.
Love it. I was
I
like,
was just
what
talking
in the
about
world? How am
this.
I going to do?
The new stamp positioner tool is also,
Yeah,
if you don't have like a really big block, the new stamp positioner tool is a really good tool for these large stamps.
yeah, for sure. Thank you,
Hmm.
Betsy. I appreciate that because I was totally gonna mess it up. So while I have it, and I am gonna fold it back, I'm gonna
There you
do
go.
a little bit of color just to darken my lip where I would have, would be darker inside and then around the edges. So that's a little bit,
A little shadowing. Yep.
little shadowing just to make
I
my,
love those blue like ball jars,
I
Love
do
those
too.
old canning jars.
I got a little bit of ink on my fingers, so hopefully you can't see it, but I'll cover it up with my greeting. I'm kind of sitting here thinking, I wish I had a paper towel. I'm looking around my desk to see if I've got anything. It's on the other side, of course. Probably going to have ink. Probably going to get ink everywhere. I might just use my shirt to wipe that up.
I was gonna say, what about your hand or your shirt? But
I
don't do
know.
your
Well,
shirt.
don't do my shirt. It's black.
As you pull out the inside of it and then wipe. I totally would have done the same thing.
That's because you told me not to do it. That's why. Okay, so let's bring in our machine. Bring in the machine. And I want to show you, I want to smash that. I want to show you this T. Don't lose this. It's just a little lip, and I probably should have tape, but I'm going to try to do it without tape. See how that sits right there? It cuts a little
Hmm.
slot. It's so cool. I'm going to try to do it.
I was gonna say that's the one die I didn't use, and I'm like, I didn't even know what that was for.
Yeah, yeah. It's to cut a little lip so you can put your spoon in your jar.
Cute.
Isn't that cool? Yeah,
Cute,
it
cute, cute.
cuts a little. See, my fingers can come through there. So that's the only thing I need to die cut, I think. So let me put that back or I will lose that. Now I can go ahead and take my spoon, and these are pieces I've already die cut. I just want to make sure, you want to make sure that your spoon, when you put this on, that your spoon is not hanging over the top of your card.
Hmm.
So wherever you want to put your jar, just make sure that it's in far enough that it's not hanging over the top of your card. And so I can just use a little bit of, I'm going to try and find my tape here. I know I have to have about 3/4 of an inch maybe for my jar. Okay, so now I can go ahead and adhere this on just like that.
It's a good idea to have it almost have it lined on the inside so you
Yeah,
can't
it's
see.
really
Yeah.
pretty. It's really pretty, and then it holds your little spoon in there too.
Hmm.
I may have gotten it a little bit off, but no, I don't even think you can see it. It's perfect. Okay, so let's take our little piece of strawberry, and I should probably stamp that first. The way I've been going, I should probably stamp it first. So I'm taking the little heart. This little heart is part of this sweet, and I'm just going to stamp hearts, just like making your own designer series paper,
Hmm.
right?
Yep. Make your own background.
Yeah. So it's a tone on tone look. And that's going to go on the inside. And that's what you're going to see when your card is closed. You'll see just that little strip, just like that. All right. So now we can go ahead. Let's just do some stamping and then I'll finish my jar and then I'll put it all together. So we're going to put thank you. And I realized that I used both of my cards have the same thank you. But you know what? I really think that we probably send the most thank you cards, don't you? I
Oh, I
mean,
think so.
yes,
Absolutely.
we send birthday. We send birthday. Now you can see on this card, I just put thank you. But then on this card, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. I realized I had not used this little doodaddy. It's just a little swirly. And I thought, well, I'm going to use that little swirl. So I'm just adding that little swirl on the bottom just as a little extra, because I had room here and I'm like, why didn't I use that? So, and then this one is the blah, blah. You're the sweetest. My pad needs juicing. And since I got my heart out, I'm gonna let a little heart. You could add 2 hearts. That would be cute too. Super cute. I think that's all the stamping. All right, so we can put the You're the Sweetest inside our card. And since it's backward, I have to keep looking because it is
When
different.
you're creating from the opposite side, yeah.
Yeah, it is different. It is different. And then we've got our thank you, and this is popped up with some dimensional. So I'm going to use a little bit of liquid adhesive here, just a small bit.
I'm actually using that piece in one of my classes next month. And what I found worked really well for that little tiny, like it's supposed to be like string, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The adhesive strips.
Oh.
The adhesive sheets.
Yes, I knew exactly
Yes.
what you meant.
Put the adhesive sheets on the back of the cardstock and then cut it. And then it makes it so much easier for putting down those thin, like that little bow, those little thin pieces.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm. I need to use them more. I don't use them as much as I should, especially with those tiny die cuts.
Yeah. They are wonderful. They really are.
Yeah, it makes that
So you could have this
less
go
messy.
wherever you want. I'm gonna just do it like that there. Then I could add my bow, whether I use liquid glue or I could use a mini glue dot.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna put that here. And then I'm going to add my flower. So I just die cut a couple in bubble bath, a couple in lemon lolly, and one in strawberry slush, just like I did here. And I'm kind of tucking things under. But I want to show you where I got this from. So I got that from, I'm pulling the die off here, the bow. When I cut my bow out of red, I had these little teardrop shapes. And I thought, whoa, those are like little leaves. So what if I did it out of two-tone paper and then I would have light and dark. I know you can't, I don't think you can really see it. Let me see if I can get it. Sorry. Pulled up.
Yeah,
So
there you
you
go.
got
Now I
light
can.
and dark. So
Mm-hmm.
and that's the little piece that comes out of that bow.
That's very
Just like that.
smart. Look
Yeah,
at
use all your
you.
pieces. Yeah, use all your pieces.
Very cute.
Let's just
That's a
do a
great
quick,
idea.
yeah, let's do a quick little assembly. I'm probably going to use a little bit of mini glue dots, I think. So let's see, maybe I'll use glue. I'm just going to you're going to make some kind of heart shaped. My fingernails are really long right now because I was at convention, so I didn't have to worry about keeping them short. So unfortunately, they're so mega long.
Especially when you're working with little tiny
Yeah,
pieces.
they make it hard sometimes to pick up stuff. So I'm gonna, oh gosh, you guys.
Your take your pick tool. You could try to
I
maybe use
know,
your take your pick
I
tool
know, I know.
or little tweezers.
Yeah, I've got them both right in front of me too, but I
That's
like
all
to
right.
do
You're
things
like
right.
me. You just are like, I can do it. It's
I
fine.
can do it. Yeah, I can do it. All right, so let's do, yeah, where's my take your pick tool? Why am I being so stubborn? Because I just want to be.
Because that's what we do.
That's what we do. I'm trying to follow my pattern here.
So what'd you say? Lemon lolly and
Lemon lolly, bubble bath, and strawberry slush. So
cute.
yeah, a couple here, and then I'll add gems to them, and then we'll just put a little bit of glue, and we'll make another little heart. Goodness gracious, they are tiny,
Tiny, tiny.
really, really tiny. It's like little wings. on a mosquito.
It's a great idea though to use that because I wouldn't have thought of that.
Do as I say, not as I do. Oh, goodness. If that isn't the case right now, I don't know what is. You can just put them wherever you want. This one, I actually have it popped up on a little mini, but I don't,
Mhm.
let's see if a regular one will work. It might be a little bit big, but no, I think it's okay.
That works.
It's a little bit off, but I just don't want to, I want to not cover up. All right, so we've got that, and then we'll go ahead and adhere it to our card. We want to close it into it though, so we know exactly where we want it. Want to make sure we're not going up, so I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom, and I will just, hold on. I'm going to put it there. Ta-da. Then I'm going to open it. I'm going to put it, it's so efficient. Put a little bit of glue and close it onto it. Okay, just pretend you can't see that, right?
It looks fine.
Pretend you can't see it. You're the sweetest. Did I forget anything? The first one, oh yeah, I forgot my gems. Silly me. All right, so I wanted to tell you that I was looking at all kinds of things. There were array of dots. This is I think these are new, and then
Mhm.
the in color flat pearls. So I decided, even though I don't think that's what I used here, I'm going to use the in color flat pearls because I love this darling duckling, and that pulls my darling duckling in
Mhm.
to my card from my card base. So, and I like to mimic that. So I'm going to
Cute.
do darling duckling, and then what I did on the yellow one is I went with the strawberry slush and just tucked it under this one's a little. That way, it wasn't yellow on yellow.
Just gave
Right
it a
there.
little pop of color.
Yeah. Okay, so there is card number one. So cute.
Very
And you
cute.
can sign it. You can sign it here. So you've got plenty of room to sign your card. Okay, second card hopefully is not as fussy. That wasn't hard. It's just not as fussy. So here's my second card. And like I said, I used, this is more of a quilted type of card. And I used the checkered trim on this one, but I'm going to switch and use the strawberry slush because that's what we're including in the Inspired to Create packets. So here's the card, and it is a hot dog style. And if you don't know what that means, that's when we cut it 4 1/4 by 11. And then I've got all the pieces, and all the measurements for these little pieces are in your tutorial. So
Is
we've
that
got
cloud cover?
this is cloud cover. Thank you
Is
for
it?
saying
Okay.
that. Yeah, this is cloud cover. So
Hmm.
cloud cover, we need a base to put our pieces on. We have a piece for the inside, and then this is to do our die cutting, which I did in advance. And then we're going to stamp our blueberries and die cut those out. So out of the same piece. So we've got that. So let's start with our kind of quilted or checkerboard assembly. So I'm just going to lay my pieces down on my layer, right? And
Hmm.
they're going to be just about 1/8 of an inch from the edge. And I'm going to start with the 4 corners, making sure my hearts are going the right way. Okay, I think I'm just going to hope I got all these cut right because I did this several weeks ago. And the pattern, like I said, will be in the tutorial. It's close. It's not bad, but
Nice thing about the liquid glue is you got a couple of
yeah,
seconds to
got a
kind
little
of
bit
shift
of,
it.
I can move it. So
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah. You can
messing.
always shift it around.
This one's a little bit tight, but that's okay. If you want, you could always lay it out first. I could have done that. But oh, why?
Ah, we just wing it. That's what we do.
I am a winger, no question about it.
Wing it. Just throw it together.
And my last piece goes together fast once you have all your pieces cut. And you could cut, this would be one of those cards, Betsy. I think I would cut like a whole bunch of pieces and just make multiples.
Yeah.
Super cute. It could be a birthday card. It could be a summer card. Just like this thank you card. So
It's a great use for your scraps too. Like, I don't know about you, but my packet always has like these little strips and strips and strips, and that's perfect for that.
Yeah, perfect for that. Okay, then we're going to use our ribbon. You could just do, if you're frugal, you could just do about 5.5 inches and do it this way. I tend to not be frugal. I just go for the whole kit and caboodle. And so I'm going to just wrap mine. I don't know. I do it both ways. I'm going to give me.
It depends on my mood. Yeah, I'm the same way. I do it both ways.
Yeah. So I'm going to give me a little bit of extra here and then just give it a tie. And then I'll worry about my bow and adjusting it after I put my label on. Because this way too, with the knot, I can go like this and move it either way.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got it. I always cup mine slightly when I do my bow and then let it lay so I don't have anything gapping. So yep, pretty good. All right, so let's stamp our thank you. I'm going to clean this off on my pants because I don't have a chamois here.
Between the shirt and the pants.
Listen, that's where I'm wearing black.
Now you're making me paranoid because now I just remembered that I didn't wet my chamois either.
Oh, and why I have it out, let me do the I'm the inside. Thank you. I love you very much. Love you very much. In Misty Moonlight. And then I'm going to stamp my inside. I've got Memento ink and my little strawberry. I'm going to color my little strawberry. I'm going to put it down here in the corner. And I'm going to use, I've got Bubble Bath. I'm starting with Bubble Bath on my strawberry just to give me a little bit of light background so that if I don't, I can leave a little bit of not perfectly ripe strawberry, I guess I'm saying. And
that's a smart idea.
Yeah, I'm going to come in with strawberry slush around the edges. It's going to look, I don't know. I'm just doing it.
I wouldn't have thought of using strawberry slush either. I have a card that I just went straight like red. I mean, red? I went with real red. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea too. Now I'm going to hit, I just went off the edge, but you're going to just have grace with me again. I like to go around my leaves because my leaves are causing a shadow. I'm going to go with a little bit of darker strawberry slush. And then what I'm going to do, and you could use your color lifter, but I'm actually going to come back with the lightest bubble bath.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to blend everything. And it's going to look kind of funny because it's going to be almost like using a color lifter. And I'm really going in there. And I may have to come back there with, I'm waiting for this to lift a little. I may have to.
I love the fact that with blends you can mix the colors, like that you can take a light and a dark of two different colors and use them together.
Yeah. I feel like that's not horrible.
No, it's it's great. Like yeah, it's perfect. Like it's not quite right.
Yeah, I'm just going over this really heavily here, and it's blending that color. I like it. Where's my lid? Always want to have the lid on tight. And then I'm using, you could use granny apple. I'm actually using lemon lime twist. I'm going to go with a little bit lighter. This is the lightest one. I'm kind of a messy color. I like to leave a lot of white, and then I'm coming in with the dark just as some highlights. I'm not stressing about when I went out of the line here because my green is gonna kind of blend that red back into place so you don't see it. Okay, so there's the inside of my card. We'll fold our card base in half, so this one's gonna open from the bottom. I like that little strawberry. You could do 2 strawberries too. That,
Mhm.
you know, you could
Can
do
you
2.
hold it up a little close to the camera? I just
Yeah.
want to see it close up. Yeah, it's very pretty.
Yeah, you could do a couple here. You could do one here and one here. You could do it right here. I just did it there. So, all right. So this can be adhered now that you have the ribbon around it. You want to do the ribbon before you adhere it to your front, just so that it's behind the layer and not on the inside of your card. But if it was on the inside of your card, it would not be the end of the world. I've done that many, many times. And then I'm going to take my dimensionals that I've put under my gems. And I'm going to use that on, since I put ribbon on there, I think I'm going to put one this way and one that way. So I'm catching, and I'm not just putting it on my ribbon, I'm catching the paper. Okay, so I'm going to put my thank you. And then the last thing I have to do is stamp and color my blueberries. And I have the blueberries right here. Will you pause me, please?
Absolutely.
I forgot. Okay, so now we're going to do some coloring. I'm going to use, I'm just going with the blueberry. We got strawberry slush on the strawberry and blueberry bushel on the blueberry. So I'm just going to color my blueberry.
Well, that would make sense now, wouldn't it?
Well, you could do Night of Navy actually on this. You
Mhm.
could do Azure Afternoon if you wanted. Just
Mhm.
depends. You could do even a little bit of a purple, one of the
Mhm.
Highland Heathers or something like that too.
I did a swap card and I used the blueberries, but instead of stamping and coloring them, I actually stamped them on like a yellow. I did almost like a watermark and had them down like almost like a daffodil. I don't know if it was daffodil or if it was duckling, and it was like because the berries can come in different shades, right, in different
Sure,
colors, and
sure.
there's different types of berries, and so I stamped those, but I stamped them down the side and I let them be yellow.
I love
Mm-hmm.
that idea. I
Mm-hmm.
love that idea. So I took a little bit of the dark, and so I could be more messy. I'm using my color lifter to do my blending. Then what I like to do, and you've seen me do it before, but if you're new to me, I like to outline in something, whether it's pool party or a little gray, because I don't always love the white. I want my stuff to look, I'll say, grounded.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do, and I could be messy here because I'm die cutting it out.
So that it's not like hanging out there in space.
Yeah. So I didn't have one of these ready, Betsy. So I'm going to bring my machine back in again.
Mhm.
Let me move everything out of the way. And I'll just quickly die cut that. And hopefully it'll be semi in place. Except I put my handle on the wrong side. So let's fix
Just
that.
it's a way to strengthen that left arm.
I guess. Okay, there's my blueberries, and I'm going to show you up close why I like to have the gray so that
Yeah.
it does not stark white look.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could put your dimensional down low, and it will hit the paper and then go up into your. So I'm going to bump it up, see, until I hit that dimensional. And there's my little blueberries. And then I'm going to finish with my gems. And I use the Misty Moonlight from the Strawberries and Dots.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to use my snips because I just can't seem to locate my figure. Oh, here it is. It's right in front of me.
That's usually how that works. It's usually right in
Always.
front of you when you know when you're not looking for it. Is
Yep.
usually when you find it.
And that just mimics that blueberry look. And then, I don't know if I left enough for a bow. Oh, my fingers are, it may
If
just be a
not, you can
knot.
always
It
just
may
make
just
that one
be
a
a
knot.
knot day, or it could be that I could make another bow and then add it on. You can do it. Oh,
I have faith.
I don't. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Not a problem. I'm fine with this. I want to show you all the ways.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that do not love tying bows. So you guys are all going, yes, don't tie the bow. Bow, no bow. Actually,
Yep.
I kind of like it.
Right.
I kind of like it without the bow. With the
Yep.
strawberry slush, that little knot is adorable.
Yeah.
But there's a bow. So this one I made a bow and then I added it with a mini glue dot. So
Very cute.
thank
Very
you.
nice. And I
That's
like the cloud
good.
cover on that. It's like a soft gray, but it's got that blue tone.
Yeah, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
there's my cards. And now
Excellent.
it's your turn.
Excellent. My turn? All right. This one is very different for me. I saw this design. I had taken a class from somebody else, and this was one of their designs. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is a great idea. But these colors are very bright for me. So anybody that knows me knows that I'm usually not into the bright colors. So to
What are you
even
talking
use, it's very bright. So it opens this way. It goes this way, and then this way, and then this way.
Oh, I
Isn't
love
that
that.
cute?
Yeah, it
Isn't that
is. It
cute?
really
It's just
is.
got all kinds of
And
little flaps going on.
those little bugs.
Yeah,
Hello.
the little bugs. The little bugs just kind of break it up, and you got all your little fruit there. It's just cute, right?
Oh, I like it.
So we are using Granny Apple Green here, and I'm going to bring in my score because I am going to need to score on this. So I'm going to bring in my score. I think you can see that there. Okay, so this piece is 5 1/4 or 5 1/2, right? So standard card base, but then 7 1/4. And I'm going to actually score this then at 4 1/4, which is going to give me my card front, right? So I'm going to fold that, and there's my card front. All right. And then I also have a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece that I am going to score since it's the same. It doesn't really matter which side, but this one I'm going to score at 1 inch. Okay. And then the last piece I have is 4 1/2 by 2. And I'm going to score this at also 1 inch on this side. There you go. All right. So that is it for the scoring. Very super easy.
Yeah.
Right? That didn't take much. So these are my pieces. I've got some designer series paper. So this is the fruit. I'm going to put that on my front. Oh, I haven't used my glue in like 2 months. It's like all of a sudden it's stuck to the bottom of my container. All right. So we've got that there. All right. I know that this is going to be the inside of my card, right? But I want this flap. So this is the flap I'm talking about right now, is this one. Okay. I want that tucked underneath my piece for the inside. So this has to be adhered first. So I'm going to fold this score line, give that a nice crisp fold. And then this is going to be adhered to the inside of my card. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm gonna do glue. I actually kind of like put it down so that it's flat. And then I just line it up with where I want it to go and line it up with the edge of my card. So that the fold line's right there. So I just kind of make it somewhat even between bottom and top. Well, you'd think it was my first day stamping. I'm telling you what. God. All right. So there is now that flap for the inside.
Okay.
And then this piece, I have just a piece of strawberry slush. And what I did was I went ahead and I stamped, just to have something on the inside, because you know me, I like to have something on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and use Strawberry Slush, and I'm going to use the little strawberry and just stamp that on the inside. And this is now going to cover up that lip on the side. You see it?
Yeah, that's good.
Right? So there's my first flap. Now I went ahead and used the little ladybug embossing folder, and I pre-embossed this piece of Strawberry Slush, and that's going to go on this flap right here. So I'm going to put this down. Like that. Now this little guy, he's going to be the flap that comes across the front. Now what I'm going to do with him is that he's actually going to be adhered to the back. You see that?
Yeah.
But because it's the back of the card, does it really matter that you see it? No, I don't think so. So we're going to give that a fold. He's going to come down like that. You see it? So I want to adhere this piece to the back.
I'm totally stealing this.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it really is. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's super easy. So you just kind of see where you want this piece to go and then adhere that piece to the back. And then this piece, and that. Like that.
Yep.
I've got a piece of designer series paper for the front flap. And it's actually just the opposite side of the fruit. It's got that misty moonlight color. I'm going to put that there.
The paper's just really gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, this was like, oh, this is a little bright for me. But once you kind of got all the pieces in and all the colors going, it's like, I really, really like this card. I've got the little banner, and I'm going to again bring in my Strawberry Slush, and I'm using You're the Sweetest. I'm going to stamp that right in the center here. And then I'm using the Strawberry Slush ribbon, and I'm going to put that behind my piece that goes like that.
That's cute.
Right? So you could do this a couple ways. You could kind of like tack that down, figure out where you want that to go, and put like some tear tape there. You could use it where you could just pick this up and put dimensionals on the back of this. Either way kind of works. You said dimensionals, and I went, oh, I don't even have dimensionals out. So I have these bits on my desk. These are from like Paper Pumpkin or kits, and I'm just going to use all the leftover pieces. So, because my regular dimensionals are in their container in my closet, and I need to get them out.
Good gravy. How many you think you're gonna need?
Well, I have 2 cards. I got plenty. I got plenty. All right,
She
so I'm
loves
gonna
her
do this.
dimensionals, folks.
I do love my dimensionals. All right, so let's see where this is gonna go. So this is gonna go like about that. All right, so I'm gonna bring this in. Use my dimensionals to kind of hold that in place like that.
That's a good idea. I like that. It's like a little I don't know. It reminds me of like a little ribbon at the fair, and you've taken
Right?
your gem to the fair, and now you got a little ribbon.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So
It
I'm
goes
gonna.
with the theme, the fruity theme.
It does.
It does.
It's like a little. Yeah, it's like a little ribbon that you would have gotten, right?
I like it.
So there's that. And then I'm also using the strawberry dots. And this one I'm going to use the strawberry slush ones. And these actually, I can find that I pick them up relatively well with just my fingernail. I don't even need my take your pick tool. And I'm going to slide those in right there. Look at that.
That's so
Ta-da!
cute. I love it.
One card done. Isn't it cute?
I'm totally stealing that.
Right? You could do it with anything. The card that I actually had gotten in the class that I did was a masculine card. So it used like a fall paper, and then it had like, it was all browns. So I just thought, you know what? I wanted to use this paper, but it was like, how do you use this fruit and not have it be super big? And thought that that worked.
It sure
Right?
does. Yeah, cute.
And then, of course, you can do your strawberry on your envelope to match. Okay. There is one card done. Okay. Number 2 card. There was a little bit of debate on number 2 card. So this is the card that I'm sending out with my packets. Okay. So this is the book fold or the binder. Is that what you call it? The book fold? Binder
Bookbinder.
fold?
Bookbinder.
Bookbinder, yeah, bookbinder fold. So it's got like this little 1 inch down here that stays, right? So what I'm going to do, is it 1 inch or is it actually a little bit bigger than 1 inch? That's 1 1/4. Yeah, 1 1/4. So this one was cute because it has the little honey bear and it's got the little jars with the little bees, which is, you know, perfect for me because my whole business is about bees. But I actually, the funny thing is that I actually like this one better. But everybody kind of voted against me on it. So when I showed them, I'm like, so which one should I do? And they're like, the bear. And I'm like, really? I kind of like this one better. They're like, no, do the bear. So just so you know, there is this one as an alternative idea.
It's nice to see the alternative.
It is kind of nice to see an alternative idea. It's the same kind of card, same paper, same products. It's just kind of changing it up a little bit, right? But this is the one we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and bring my score in again. And I'm going to score this. I actually have to put this out to see where I scored it because I didn't write it down. So I'm scoring at 5.5 and 4 1/4. You got that? 5.5, 4 1/4. So I'm going to bring this in and I'm going to do 4 1/4 and 5.5. So 5.5 is going to be the card front. And then this is going to be the bookbinding part, and that just gets folded back like that. I have some designer paper, and this is like the little jam paper. It's got all the little jars on it. And I'm going to use that piece on here on the side. Now, I'm going to show you how to tie your ribbon on while it's still on the spool. Okay. So when Mary Ellen was showing that, I thought, oh, is she going to do what I think she's going to do? And you didn't, you cut it. So I want to show that you can tie a knot or tie this on here without having to cut it off the spool. Okay. So if I run this through, because I want it to be behind this piece, because I'm going to seal that down. So I'm going to bring my ribbon, and the way to do this is to always make sure that the spool is on your left. Okay. Make sure the spool is on your left. I'm going to take my right over my left. You see that?
Yes.
Right over my left and under. And I'm going to then pull. So this one up here in my right hand hasn't changed. It hasn't moved. And I'm just going to pull those tight. I'm going to go up and down. I just use my middle finger here. Again, the spool's on my left. I haven't cut that. I create a little loop. The one that's now in my left hand goes through the hole and out. And I only pull the one on the right until I get a nice, pretty little knot.
Yeah.
You see it?
Nice. Yeah.
So by doing that and still having it on the spool, I waste so much less ribbon. So now the only ribbon that I wasted in that was that little tiny piece.
Yeah. I do that too a lot. I always tell people, like, well, cut it, just tie it from the bolt, but I kind of held it together to see.
But no, that's okay, because it was good to see it both ways, right? To see that you could do it either way. Yeah. And this linen, this faux linen ribbon is really nice to work with. It's in all the in colors.
Yeah.
And it's pretty forgiving. I'm gonna do, so this is the bookbinding part, and I'm just gonna seal that shut now. So my ribbon is now sealed in between those two pieces. It's not on the back, it's just sealed in between. I have a piece of strawberry slush that is going to go on my front. And then I have got my gingham. I'm going to layer on the front. Okay. Now I also have one of the little labels, and I am using the Homemade For You stamp. Again, strawberry slush ink. Stamping that. And I went ahead and I did kind of fussy cut these out. So when you're looking at the designer paper, there's so many little designs in there, right? So I went ahead and I found a couple of the little bee ones. You can kind of see how I kind of cut out what I want. Same way with the larger one. That's the one that has the bear in it, the honey bear. So you kind of pick and choose which ones that you want to use, right? So I did that, and I didn't think you needed to watch me fussy cut, but I will finish fussy cutting the little bear out, and I'm just using my scissors. Remember that when you're fussy cutting, I know that there are some that are like, oh, I love to fussy cut, and then there's some that are like, I hate to fussy cut. So it's one camp or the other, I think.
I could go
I
either
am
way, but I
definitely,
know you like it a lot.
I am pro fussy cut. I love to fussy cut. I find it relaxing, but I know I'm in the minority on that, I think. So what you want to do is your scissors just kind of stay still, and whatever you're fussy cutting, that's what you're kind of moving around. I'm going to use some dimensionals on the back of this. I'm going to actually put them more towards the center here. And I'm going to put this, he's going to go right about there. Put here. A little bear gets glued down.
He's so cute, isn't he?
He is
I mean,
super cute.
so cute.
He's going to go right there. And then one of my little jars, my little bee jars, is going to kind of like actually like kind of tuck down behind the label and behind the bear so that he's just kind of popping out there. You see that? And then this little guy, he's actually going to get a dimensional, and I'm going to do the same thing she did with her strawberries. I'm going to add it towards the bottom and then kind of butt it up against so it goes onto my greeting, but it's the dimensional towards the bottom that's holding it.
Yeah.
Again, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my little gems. So I'm using the strawberry slush ones again. And I added one right there. And then for the inside, I'm going to rock the boat here. My blueberries are going to be strawberries.
Nothing wrong with that. They're actually that color before they get ripe. They're kind of
There you go. See, you
purpley
just
reddish. Yeah.
live it up. You know, nothing has to be what you think it has to be, right? So I know there's some people that. So one of my besties, she cannot color an animal stamp anything other than what it truly is supposed to be colored.
Oh.
So like we were doing, it's like color the cow blue, and she's like, absolutely not. It's a baby card. Color it blue. She's like, no. Cannot color an animal other than what it's supposed to be colored.
Make the elephant pink. No.
Exactly. Cannot do it. I know a couple people that are like that. They cannot color an animal a different color than what it's supposed to be. I don't know.
It's really cute.
Isn't that cute? So there is my second card. And then this one, of course, like was the alternative that you could do. I did do the ladybugs on this piece of, so that is Secret C, I think I used on this, Secret C. And so I did the little ladybug embossing folder on that because it had the little ladybugs in the paper. And then I just, this is Calypso Coral that I used on this one. I thought that matched. Even though I think this is Strawberry Slush, I thought the Calypso Coral actually matched better.
Oh, I thought that was Calypso Coral, but maybe I'm not.
Maybe it is on the back. I don't know. Now you have me questioning it. Is it Calypso Coral?
Like it. Yeah, I don't know.
It does have Calypso Coral in it. You're right. Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Granny Apple Green, Misty Moonlight, Secret Sea, and Strawberry Slush.
Yeah, because the ladybugs, I think, are the like true calypso coral, and then the other one's just like a lighter version of it. Maybe the
Yep,
lid on jar too.
you are
But yeah,
right. Yep,
yeah,
yep, it is
cute.
Calypso Coral. I also wanted to show this was a card that I had made. I saw this online and I did case this idea, but I wanted to so you could see that this jar could be its own standalone card,
I
right?
know.
So like Mary Ellen did hers where it was like inside a card, but this could be its own standalone card
And
that you could
that
then.
the lid, the little fabric, little gingham fabric
Mhm,
lid is
mhm.
so cute.
Isn't it cute,
Yeah,
right?
I couldn't use it because I needed to use that spoon. Otherwise, I would have totally done it that way. So you
Yep,
guys could do it that way. If you hate the spoon, stick the gingham or
yep.
something little fabric uh, lid on there, like you're going to give it as a
Yeah,
gift.
because there's a die that actually cuts the lid out, like cuts
Yeah,
that fabric out to put
yeah,
right onto the top,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, so you could do it this way too. I did want to show just a little side note that I wanted these little flowers to be like little daisies, right?
yeah.
And don't strawberry flowers come out like white with
They're,
yellow? Do strawberry
they're white.
flowers?
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
Yeah. So this was the Easter assortment. And I hadn't used these
Oh,
a whole lot. And the Easter assortment's kind of like the strawberry
yeah,
assortment.
very similar. Very
Right, very
similar.
similar. That you've got this lemon lolly, and I think maybe balmy blue, but then you've
I,
got little Easter eggs
I
on this
think so.
one
Yeah.
versus the strawberries on this one. So I thought both sets of embellishments were super
And that
cute.
same kind of rubbery feel.
Yes, yep, same kind of like flat, thin, very easy to mail. It doesn't, it's not overly bulky to mail those kind of embellishments out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
you even though you're 10 hours away and you're the opposite way, your storm is now at my house and it's raining here and blowing. And my husband just sent me a picture, and we lost 100-foot tall tree came down in the back in the woods. It needed to come down. I mean, it was not in good shape, but
But still,
it didn't hit anything. It didn't take out any other trees, which I'm
thank
surprised because it's in
goodness.
the woods. But yeah, now he's got a little work, a little work to do to get
Oh
that.
no.
So that just happened while we've been recording. So
It's still like I can still hear it rumbling. The when I looked at the weather, it was just showing just coming down from like the Great Lakes, and it was just going to cover like Pennsylvania as it kind of covered, and just was
yeah,
gonna.
well, maybe
It's
it's
supposed to rain all night into tomorrow, so
oh yeah,
it's
yeah,
okay.
crazy
Hmm.
weather. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was this week. It started out 15 degrees and snow. And by the end of that day, it was
Yes.
54. The next day, it was 75. The next day, it was 80. And
Yeah.
now today, it's cold and rainy, and
Yeah.
it,
March is all over the
it's
place. It
nuts.
is truly all over the place. Yeah. Exactly. Mm-mm. Well,
Well,
that was
I
it.
really
Filled
hope,
with
yeah,
sweetness.
I hope that you guys enjoyed Filled with Sweetness, and I hope we have inspired you to create. Give us
Yes.
a little bit of feedback and let us know what you're thinking on whether this works for you or not. And if you liked it, subscribe, and if you loved it, then pick up the packet for next month.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you wanted this tutorial, you didn't get it, we do have both of us in the description of the YouTube video. You should see a link to our PayHip stores. We both upload our tutorials there. All of our older tutorials are posted there as well. We are both part of a group called the Creative Stamping Collective, where we team up with 10 other demonstrators that we do tutorial bundles on as well. So those are also in our PayHip stores. So please be sure to check that out as well.
Yeah.
Yay! So next is the new catalog, right? So this was an online exclusive, right? Remind me,
Yeah.
this was an
Yeah.
online exclusive?
Yes, I believe
Yes.
that's correct.
Yes. So next month is we get to pre-order. If you're a demonstrator, you get to pre-order from this actually coming up here soon at the end of March, and then all of April we get to pre-order, and then it goes live in May. So contact us if you want one of those catalogs. We make sure we
It's
can get one out
fabulous.
to you.
It's pretty fabulous. I will say pretty
Mhm.
fabulous. I'm pretty enamored with it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot on my wish list.
Yeah,
Mhm.
mine too, for sure.
Mhm.
I'm excited.
Yeah, exactly. Well, join us next month. We will be posting. Our goal is always to post on the fourth Wednesday of the month. Fourth Wednesday of the
video.
month is our goal to always post this video
Yeah.
to our YouTube channels. So premiere it and all of that so that you can catch up with us and see what we're doing and comment. And we'd love to hear from you.
Yes, we definitely would. We'd like you to chime in and give us some feedback. Always great. So,
Yeah. And we hope that we inspired you to create, and we'd love to see what you're creating.
yes, definitely. That inspires us to create
Yes.
for you. So, no doubt about that. I am inspired by so many people and people that
Mhm.
post in my group and people that post on the web. And, that gives me just that, you know,
Mhm.
jumping off point is what I guess I'm going to go with. So,
Absolutely. Yeah. It gets you, you've been bitten by the bug and you just got to be creative then, right?
and Betsy, you inspired me because I'm totally doing that card. I love, love, love it.
I just love that card. So it was
Mhm.
like, and that's so not me. If anybody knows me, it's like, if you've watched my videos, that is so not my colors, but it works. It just totally works. So,
Well, my battery is going out, so we log off maybe.
we are done. We are done. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next month.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.